Mage. Oh, Mirio's training to try to stay ahead of mom. You got Brandon 270. Mirio on Ezra the Mage.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I saw that.
And then Zodis 270. Yeah.
It took him a whole lot of time to be 271, and then in a few days.
Yeah. I think it was also compensation potions that like help a bit.
Yeah, okay.
Because you're basically getting a few free totems of EXP immediately, or like 1 or 2, yeah. That's a few. Okay, so you feel confident?
No.
Okay, so why not?
Me, I'm bossing. I'm feeling confident.
Yeah, why not?
That's no.
Because I noticed I was panicking a lot as well with the Black Mage. So what helped me a lot is you have to assess what is the most dangerous at given times and only look out for those and basically ignore everything else. Because if you try to look out for everything and dodge everything, you end up not having the computational power, and then you stress, and then you panic, and then you make mistakes. So,
do they get buff freezes?
well, we're doing practice mode, so as long as you have one, it's fine.
And I don't. So.
If you have one, it will save.
Game buff freezer. Okay. Yes. And take it in. Okay. Yeah. Radiant throne. Radiant throne. Font.
It's gonna immediately show off the chair. Look, Mom, another one with the hair.
Oh, my angelic buster has that, but not in purple.
No, yeah, the purple one they brought back as an actual hairstyle, so you can roll it with the coupons.
Ah.
Are they doing liberation or what? Well, maybe. Booba.
Oh, the first phase.
Mm-hmm.
Think. The first phase. What was that? It's been too long.
Well, I talked about jumping around the middle and staying in the middle, right? Why do you stay in the middle? Dodge the tornadoes, right? Those are the scary ones.
When he touches his glasses.
Yeah, he turns red, touches his glasses, then you just and then you want to be close to him so you can jump behind him. And then as soon as the danger is gone, jump back, because he will teleport to someone in the map. And if you're the only person in the map, that means you have full control over deciding where he stands. So if he's ever in the corner and fucks you up, that's your fault, because you took him to the corner. So you have the full control there. So it's like Magnus, where you want to fight him in the middle, and if he doesn't do any like spinny attacks in phase 1, so you just jump behind him when he does something, almost like Akechi, right? If you stand right in front of him, he's gonna do weird shit and he's gonna knock you up and be very annoying. But if you just jump behind him, he just misses everything. But it's easier to dodge the will attacks than Akechi, because Akechi can still like hit you and then fling you up. For Will, he attacks more slowly, so you just jump behind him. If you get hit by the legs, it's not that big of a deal, because the healing FAMs will take care of almost all of that. So the legs are not very scary. The little balls are not very scary. As long as you try to not literally jump into everything, you should be fine and should have enough health and should have enough um, power, right? Enough, what's it called again? The fucking yellow shit. Come on, Mom. I'm testing
Yellow
you.
shit.
I definitely know what it is, but you have to, yeah, the
Yellow
yellow.
shit?
Yeah, the energy that you have to activate with your NPC chat key.
Oh, oh, gadver.
So you can switch dimensions, remember? When the test
Uh-huh.
happens.
Oh, wacht. Oh, gee, dus ik moest nog keys veranderen.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, damn. Oh, dat vind ik ook dus het balen van die culvert. Dan moet ik de hele zaak veranderen en
Really? Culvert?
maar ja, als ik tenminste meer wil
Because
damage
you actually need the keys that you...
Oh my god.
Thank you, Waterbox. Thanks for raid, dude.
Ik moet de hele zaak op wat hoop gooien en dan weer terug. En de setting veranderen en wat nog.
Dude, what is this cooldown?
Kom maar. En wat moest er hier?
Dude, global cooldown is 30 seconds. How the fuck is it responding that quick?
Ik had dingen nodig dichtbij. Ik hoefde geen damage te doen, dus ik heb glyph.
Well, not yet, no. First you focus on surviving, right?
Nou, dan heb ik glyph of impalement niet nodig. Oh, ik hoef dus even denken.
Glyph of impalement.
Met die maar weg. Oh, de glyph.
I mean, you probably want to get rid of some other skills that you definitely don't need. How's it doing? We're doing okay. Trying to practice will again, but it's been a while, so we're making sure we go through all of the prep steps. So Mom has all the tools available when we get in there.
Raven Tempest, die heb ik ook niet nodig, hè?
I mean, if you're going to be actually fighting, then that's one of the biggest parts of your burst, I believe, but or not, if not the biggest part. I think your priorities on which keys you're getting rid of is a bit scary. Like, all of the left hand of your keyboard is like 90% function keys, which you probably want to remove instead of the actual skill keys. But if it's too many buttons for you, then yeah, just make sure that the ones that give you survivability are there, right? So like, what gives you survivability? The big shot, right? That's your panic iframe. The big laser shot.
Yeah, that's space.
Mm-hmm. And then the other one would be the red form of Astra, right? Ancient Astra. There's also damage reduction.
Oh,
That can
that's
kind
a
of...
combination of keys, yeah.
Well, if you make sure that you... Yeah, you have to make sure that you stay in the red one, right?
Yeah, I have to press 2 keys. Well,
Not if you're already in red, right?
yeah, but I'm almost never in red.
Well, so you have to make sure that you're in red. I did get a J, yeah.
Oh,
How's your stream water box?
That's the second key. To be sure I'm in red.
Well, yeah, but the only reason you would be out of red is if you're using torrent, which should only be like extreme circumstances, right?
No. When I use my attack, it's almost then it goes to.
Yeah, but you already said you're not
blue.
going to be attacking. We're going to mainly be surviving, right?
Yeah, me and not attacking. That's no.
Mm-hmm. Every single input that you use towards attacking is one that you lose towards surviving. Because you have limited inputs. So I want you to prioritize 100% the surviving first. But you already did phase 1, so that's not the problem. The problem is in phase 2, if you're trying to do too much at once, then you do both of them suboptimally. And I'd rather have you optimize on the survivability than optimize on the damage, because that's not necessary. Because if anything, the run goes slower, which means that your survivability becomes even more important if the run is longer, right?
Sorry, again?
If you spend more time on damaging, but then you die more as a result, that's not good. If you spend more time on surviving, then your damage goes down, so the run lasts longer, but you can counter that with your focusing on surviving. Because that's a direct counter to a longer run. To avoid dying out. So that's like the solution there. The other one, you create like another problem. For the other one, your solution is already the solution to the new problem that comes. So that's a safer option. So we got the knockback resistance, we've got the healing fams. I think you're still in a party though. Can you leave the party?
Oh ja. Ja, wel even. Ik was even kijken of dat allemaal, of dat genoeg was. Quality. Dat doet. Oké.
What up, Jisung? How you doing? We're going to do weekly bosses and beat Chaos Clown for the first time today. Pretty happy about that. Nice. Did you manage to do it pre-split, or did you have to deal with the double clown mayhem going on? Louis J, Pipo, Scarter Moses. Oh, Korean, you GMS? Yeah. We're in NA reboot. Arc KMS 270. Ooh, another Arc. What's up, dude? I split it accidentally going over the threshold and healed it up, killed one, and tried to burst again. Yeah, in the past that would never work, where if you like try to burst or bind when it had ever split and gone back, it would always auto split immediately. Even out of binds, it would just fuck up. I think now you can actually do that though, right? But it's really good because when you think about it, you're actually doing 4 times the damage to the clown, right? During the burst pre-split, because you're doing double damage if you're on a different hat. Plus you're actually also damaging both of the clowns at the same time. So you're actually doing 4x damage. So if you have good burst, you can avoid a whole lot of problems later in the boss fight. Alright, so we've got big healing potions, we got knockback resistance, healing familiars. I'm going to summon those now. Boom. See if your health goes up. Boop, there you go. I don't know if you used the potion, but your health did just... Yeah, see, my familiars immediately healed you up. See that? Boom.
Whoa.
You have the knockback resistance automatically on the pets. You have at least 1 buff freezer. You've got the other link skills that are useful, like the resistance one.
What? The resistance one? Yes.
Yeah, in case you do die, that you have resistance for a bit, right? So what's the main thing we do in phase 1? Oh, do you have the Moonlight button, by the way? Do you have that one on a key you can reach easily? To switch?
It's the harvest interact, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they changed one thing. When the test is going to happen, there's going to be a message on the screen. So if you see the eye, you stay where you are. And if you see the message but you don't see the eye, then you switch. So if it does happen that we end up in like the same dimension or something and we can't see, we'll always be able to see when the test is and if it is in our dimension or not, even if we're both in the other one. So that's kind of a safety thing. So if you do like accidentally switch or something, never like panic re-switch, right? Because you have to keep as much Moonlight as possible. And we're still doing normal, right? So you have enough Moonlight, but if we start doing hard, then you'll you want to save all the Moonlight you can get, right? But I think for now it's best to just work on trying to finish normal and then go from there. See Moonlight. So what do you focus on? Phase
So,
1?
so when you
Sorry?
see the eye, you're good.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
The eye is where you want to stay. Yeah.
Focus on in phase 1 is surviving,
How do you do that?
jumping, hopping up and down and behind him and back and forth and
Yeah, up and down doesn't do very much. Just like
left and
staying
right.
in the middle and going behind him. Yeah. Well, up and down. And then if he hits you, he knocks you into the corner, right? Because then you have momentum, and then he teleports into the corner. Then he can tornado, and then you have to switch, or you have to tank the tornado somehow, right? So that creates problems. Just jumping up and down randomly. So just functionally jumping behind him, or just standing in the middle. That's like the main thing that you want to do.
Yes.
And what are the main things you look out for?
The big attack.
Big attack, yeah, the tornado, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So they also changed that if he swaps you and you don't press the button, but he swaps you, you still get like a second of invincibility. So if he swaps you into a tornado on the other side, you won't die to that anymore. They also added that.
Oh.
So it's also those two changes are actually quite nice. Very nice for soloing, but also nice for party runs. Okay, if the test is soon, I'll just say well, I don't think I should start the call out with saying test, because then you might think that there is a test. What word should we use if there's a test soon?
Why not test? Why not test?
Well, if I say test, then you think the test is, and that you have to switch because you don't see the eye, right?
Why not?
Well, I'll say it like 10 seconds in advance first, right? Like test in 10. So you know to look out, or I will say look out for tests, right? I'll start with look out.
Of 10 tests of zoiets, weet ik veel.
Yeah, I'll say look out test in 5 or something, or look out test in 10, something like that.
Aye.
Well, no, I want you to have a warning that the test is coming soon, but not that the test is there yet, because then you have to immediately respond, right? I want you to be like, until I say anything, you don't have to worry about the test at all, right? We're talking about prioritizing their stuff, right? You want to prioritize staying in the middle, dodging the attacks, and dodging the tornadoes. And then when I say test is soon, then you want to prioritize the tornado, and just making sure that your finger is near the Moonlight button, so that if the test starts, that you can switch immediately. Then your priorities have to shift, right? And then when we get past the test, then you don't have to worry about the test again anymore for like another 2 minutes. So then you can prioritize the other stuff. And that's how we can make sure that you don't have to constantly think about everything. But there's only like 2 or 3 things at a time, and that's it. And everything else is just inconsequential.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll try to say look out for tests, something like that. Okay. All right. So we did test 1 fine last times, but when you get into tests, right, when we have the little orb in the middle, you can always just hit it like 2 times or something. Although you have the bird, but it should be fine. I should be able to survive. So you can always hit the middle like 2 times, so I can hit an orb, because sometimes, yeah, I was waiting, and then I was hitting, and then you were not looting, and now we're not looting, and then we almost missed test a few times. And if we don't get the barrier in the middle, right, that we can stand in, that's safe, and the second crack happens, then we all still die to that, and then we lose 2 minutes again. So you can just hit it a few times. If you have the bird summon, it'll keep hitting, but it should be fine. I should be able to survive all of that. Unless you're in purple, then you don't want to do that.
You're talking about when there's this yellow ball.
Yeah, yellow and purple falling from the ceiling, right, during the test.
Yeah, but you have to catch a yellow one.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it takes you to the middle. Well.
No, you have to go. Well, but the balls only fall if the person in the other dimension is hitting the thing in the middle. Otherwise, nothing falls.
Oh, okay. And
so
then,
I mean, we can do that. I just always hit and you always loot, but you have to let me know if you're getting one or not, because sometimes you're just jumping around. But if you don't get one in time, you might have to hit so that I can loot one. Otherwise, we don't get a shield at all. Like so far, it's always worked out, but a few times it's been really, really close. Like the last second, we get one.
Oh.
But yeah, just be, if you see one and you see that you're going to be able to loot it, then just say like, I have one, and then I can know that I can stop hitting, and then you have more safety to walk around as well. Right? If there's one all alone on the right side and you're just jumping to it, you're just waiting for it to fall, you can say like, I have it, before you actually have it, so that, you know, like volleyball, like, yeah.
Yeah.
And then everyone else knows that they can back off.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, thank you, Waterbox. Have a good one, man. Good night. What classes come up again? She's a bunch of classes. She's almost got her 6th level 250 now, but this is a Pathfinder. Okay, so that's test 1. And then test 2 is the tricky one with the crack in the ground, right? With the crack, and then we have to get hit if there's crack, and you have to dodge if there's no crack. So then we stay in the corner.
Als er een crack is, dan moet je in de hoek.
Nee.
Nee, dan moest je juist. Dan kwamen die dingen naar beneden.
Well, they always come down.
En dan moeten je ze laten raken.
They damage you. So the legs damage you if there is no crack, then the legs damage you, and they deal like 90% damage. So they don't quite kill you, but they do a lot of damage. And every single time there is one, it does damage. So if you just stay in the corner, none of them can hit you, and you're just safe in the corner. But if you see crack, you have to go get hit, and then you have to walk to the right, and have to get hit by the leg. Because basically, when the leg hits, and there is crack, then the leg gives you immunity. But everything else in the map where there is no leg, then that hits you. So it's the opposite.
Yeah.
So you just hug the corner until you see the crack, and if you see the crack, you move to the right. And the main problem you had was the flash jumping, right? Because you would always jump the max distance.
The main problem was not knowing where they come down.
Yeah, but nobody knows exactly where they come. You know, like roughly, right? So let's say that the corner is here, then the first one roughly spawns like here somewhere, like about this distance away. But if you jump like this, then you have to like walk back, and then you're slower. So it might also almost be faster to just walk, right?
Yeah.
Or do like a short jump like that.
Yeah.
Where you flash jump the second time when you're already on the way down. And that way you can control where you're going to land. And you don't go way over.
I'd rather walk. I'm a fast walker.
Yeah, you could also just walk. Yeah, just one. And remember that it's 3 legs in a row, right? So 1, and then you walk to the next one. And then you walk to the next one, let it hit you. As soon as you see the hit animation go off, you start walking to the right. And then when you're all the way on the right, you flash jump back, and then you kind of stay between the first leg and the corner until until you see the pattern again in the map. Because if it's a crack again, you have to walk back. But if it's no crack, then you walk the other way. Because the main problem is if it's crack and you get hit by the third one, and then you flash jump all the way to the corner, and it's crack again, and then you flash jump back in panic, and then you jump past the first one, and then you get hit, and then you panic, and then you die.
Yeah,
because you're not fast enough to do Moonlight and healing. The pets will sometimes heal you a little bit. You could pop the iframe there, right? Save it for that situation. If you do get hit one time, pop the iframe, and then walk to... Then you probably immune the second and the third leg. I don't know how long. Is it like 3 seconds iframe?
Yeah, it's quite long.
Yeah. So then you can tap it there as soon as you get hit one time, and then immediately reset your brain. Boom. Okay, so where do you go? You basically pretend like the test that pattern is over, so you go back to the left. You Moonlight and you heal, and then you wait for the pattern again. If it's crack, you move to the right again.
It's always that corner?
Well, you can technically just always stand in between the spawns, but it's harder, right? You respond faster, and you have to know immediately where they usually hit. The corner is just guaranteed safe from no crack.
There's another corner.
Yeah, but then you have to start doing it inverted and everything. Like, you could do that if you want to, or if you can do that, but I wouldn't be able to like coach you through that too much.
But the legs still come about here, not there.
I don't know what you're talking about right now. Like, where I'm standing now is the left corner, basically, in this example. So you're standing outside of the map right now.
The legs come. The first leg is here.
Yeah, something like that. Like one,
Well,
two,
so when
three.
I do this, when I go to that corner
Mm-hmm.
and the legs come, I have to go phew to there for the first one.
No, there's legs on the other side as well. There could be like one here, but you just
Okay.
never go to that corner. If the test is soon, you
Okay.
start moving your way to the left.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I was just wondering. Yeah.
Yeah, if the
Okay.
HP bar is low, I'll tell you like we're gonna test soon, and then you basically start looking towards walking to the left, and then we'll finish him off right after a web, right? So that the web doesn't spawn right before the test. Makes it easier because the web will spawn in between the corner and the first leg. So if there's a web there, it makes it harder to do the test properly because then if the map cracks, then you can't really get to it, right? You have to like iframe and jump through it, or some people have dashes or teleports, but it becomes way more dangerous to do the pattern properly.
And how do you avoid that?
The web?
Yeah.
Well, there's like a cooldown. It's just like the tornado in phase 1. He can't like spam 4 of them in a row. There's always a little bit of time in between, right? He has to do a certain amount of other attacks before he can do another one. Same thing with the webs. Like there's a cooldown in between. So we trigger the test right when a web disappears so that we know that he doesn't trigger another one. So we get him very low, then we wait for a web, then we wait for the web to disappear, then trigger him, and then go into the corner. But the problem is if you die one time, the test goes on a set timer of 2 minutes, and then it could interact with a web, and then it gets harder to do the tests, and then you die to that, and then someone else dies to that, and then you get like a cascade of failure. So to avoid that, everyone just does the test right the first time, and then none of that ever happens, and you just breeze through phase 2. Mm-hmm.
And that's something you take care of.
The timing of the triggering, yeah, because you have to do enough damage to get him to 0 HP to trigger that.
Yeah.
It's in phase 1 there's always set times, but in phase 2 first you have to get his HP bar down, and then the moment that his HP bar goes down, that triggers the first test. And then there's basically a 2-minute check after that every 2 minutes to see if he's down again, and if he's down again the second test starts, and if he's not down again the test doesn't start. Unless you fail the first one, then it automatically triggers every 2 minutes. And then, it could interfere with webs and everything. So that's why if you just do it right the first time, the boss fight is really, really easy. But if you fail the first time, it increases the difficulty because now you have more stress on people. People have to survive in phase 2 longer, which is harder because you have to use Moonlight to heal first, right?
Mm-hmm.
And because there might be a test during a web during the test, which makes the test even harder. So then it becomes a lot harder. But if you just, it sounds simple, but if you just get it right the first time, it's really simple and you can just blow through it. Because then you immediately go into the second part of the bar, and then you can do the same thing the second part. You just wait until another web, and until at least 2 minutes have passed, and then trigger him again, and then you know for sure there's no web again on the second one. And basically everyone just gets the 15 patterns right, and you're good. But yeah, it takes some practice. For most people, it takes like 4 to 5 runs or something to like 100% feel in control. And I think right now we've only done it like 2 times, so. You just want to blow up phase 1 and practice phase 2, right? I think phase 1 was pretty good last time.
Yeah, but it was a long time ago.
Yeah, no pressure.
I'm good in forgetting and stuff.
Yeah. Alright, you've got the healing familiars out? I think I saw you some of them. Yeah, but I can't see them at all, right? Because of transparency. I have to not be too optimistic with phase 1, even with normal, because the last time I think I even almost didn't get the HP bar down. You good?
Yeah.
I'll pop like a green pot just to get a bit more attack speed and such. Oh, I gotta get that candy apple diff in there. Alright, you ready?
I hope so.
Well, you have to know so, Mom. Oh yeah, I can't use NPC
No,
chat. It's on the other key.
Gambling.
Gamble. The gamba. And the first test is a bit sooner, right? So it's around 28 minutes and 50 seconds usually. What did you die to?
Nog niet, geen idee. Want hij had nog niks gedaan, boys. Maar ik had nog niks gezien. That must be a tornado. Right?
Yeah, there was a
Right?
tornado on that side. I think you jumped right into it.
But my familiars are not okay.
They're not okay? What do you mean?
Oh?
What do you mean with not okay?
They blocked my site. Oops.
Oh, okay. Okay, test is in about... Oh, look out for test in 5 seconds. There's it. Come purple, switch.
Oh, beep.
Did you switch?
Brain. Nee, net niet. Hup. Ja, heb erin. Okay.
It took you a long time to
Yeah.
switch. What happened?
Well, I switched.
Okay.
And where are you?
I'm on the purple side, you're on the blue side.
And now?
And now, if nobody died, we pass this. He gets bound, and then we get to the second part. You see the HP bar up top, right?
Yeah.
Then we're in the second part of the HP bar. Now you can switch to the purple one. This one is dead now.
Switch?
Yeah, when it... Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I got switched. You can attack the purple one, but be careful, right? Prioritize surviving. He's teleporting. Tornado. There's a tornado. You jump. You're on his safe side. Why do you jump around?
Yeah. Well, I didn't.
You jump to... Okay, well, what blocks you from seeing? If you didn't see, why do you jump? Right? You want to jump to get to safety, but if you don't know where safety is, you might as well stay, right? Why are you panic jumping?
Yeah, well, I guess it's the familiars, but I can't change it while we're busy, right?
The familiars. They're too big?
Yeah.
Oh. Switch to the other one. Switch.
Ugh.
No, not you. I said switch. Yeah, yeah. If I say switch, you immediately press the button. You stay on the blue
And then
one.
stay here?
Yeah, stay, because we have tested in about 5 seconds.
Oh. Yeah.
Oh, switch. Did you see the message on the screen?
Attack people, right?
No, the other one before this.
Oh.
I'm gonna keep hitting, because you're not saying anything.
Yeah. Okay.
Come middle.
Yeah.
Ooh. Okay, that was kind of close again.
I never saw an eye.
No, because you switched away from the dimension where the eye was. But now because we have the notification, we could see that it was actually on the other side.
Oh, sorry. Tot doing. Yeah, that is no fault. Eh?
Well, yeah, there's no need to change if I'm already changing. You might as well stay.
Ja, nou weet ik niet waar ik dood aan gegaan ben. Geen idee.
You can heal like regular, like normal here, right? I think you're not even really healing.
Yeah, maar I must have jumped into something. I don't know what.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't see.
I mean, I think it's a combination of things. Remember, the legs usually alternate where they hit. Oh, I'll go to the other side. The legs usually alternate where they hit. So if a leg just hits somewhere, that means after that, that almost always becomes the safe spot. So if you move to where the legs were, you'll almost always dodge all the legs. Does that make sense?
Yeah, but I can't do it all together.
No.
I thought
So focus on
I
him.
had auto buff.
Look out for test in 5.
Installed, but apparently not. Okay. Oh, ik kan niet weg. Nope.
You didn't call it out, but it's okay. I can see the test. You were in the dimension with the eye, by the way.
Ah, got one. Oh no, sorry. What we're doing. Yeah, now well, neither well.
Yeah, come middle, come middle. Okay, so now we get ready for phase 2, right? So Moonlight before you heal. Stay in the middle again. Stay on the middle side of him. Basically treat him like H-Mag, right? Don't get pushed into the webs, so don't jump around. Mainly just walk.
Moonlight before I
Before you
instead of
heal.
heal.
Well, Moonlight and then heal. Moonlight
Oh,
allows
and
you
then
to
heal.
heal. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Moonlight and then heal.
You're jumping immediately and moving to the side. Stay in the middle. I'm gonna die immediately here. Too much damage.
Yeah, dat doet hij niet. Moonlight en heal.
No, because you don't have Moonlight yet.
Huh?
You have to build up Moonlight.
Oh. Yeah, gotcha.
You start with 0 in the new phase always. Okay, test started. Oh, you're not. Oh, and a web started. Cool. And there's crack. That's a good start. Get hit. Get hit. Where are you walking? Walk to where the legs are. Stand still. Get hit. Move to the next one. Easy crack. Get hit. Get hit. Get hit. Crack again. Get hit. Get hit. Get hit.
I only saw one leg. For you.
I think that's the last one. You're getting hit too fast. Are you sure you have the resistance on? You're standing right where the web is? Why? Remember, after the test, he almost always spawns a web immediately. Because he's been saving that one up because we made it so that he couldn't use it, right?
This is nothing. Oh, you are no dimming after the
There's no way you have the stacked resistance on. You have like level 1 on or something. You're not in the middle now, right? You're standing here. You need to stand in the middle so that if you get pushed, you don't get pushed all the way to the corner. If you start closer to the corner and then you get pushed, you get right where the web is, see? But if you start in the middle, he can't push you all the way to the corner. Like I got pushed here. I won't end up.
and dan middle. Voilà.
Yeah, right on top of it. Yeah.
En dan hier gewoon
And
wat
now
blijven
we have
staan.
distance. Okay, now we go back to the middle. You have to Moonlight and heal because you're pretty low.
I can
I don't know. You have your own Moonlight bar. You're on the side again, right? You're on the side again. Now there's a web, and you walk right past it. If you're in the corner, you stay from the web. If you're in the middle, you stay in the middle. If you're in the corner, you stay in the corner until you see a web. Never risk walking through that because a web could spawn at any time. Now the test starts, so we go back to crack. We go back to the left side. 1, 2, 3. Okay, now there's no crack, so we stay in the corner. 1, 2, 3. Okay, do we look for the map? Okay. 1, 2, 3. We look for the new pattern. Okay, corner still. 1, 2, 3. Look for the new pattern. Still no crack, so we go to the right. And you jumping way too far, right? We talked about this.
Yeah.
You have to just walk, right? Just walk.
Klein stukjes, hè?
Yeah, just walk. Because your flash jump is like 0 or 100.
En nou weer in het midden blijven staan?
Yeah, now I go to the opposite side usually. No. Yeah. Because then you go out of range. And then if it goes to the middle, you go back to the middle. Right? Go back to the middle. Come back to him. You get moving towards the webs.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you get inverted. So, how do you counter inverted? First of all, either don't get hit. Second of all, if you do get hit, you just don't touch your keyboard, right? If you touch your keyboard, you might do the opposite of what you're trying to do.
Oh jee, dat was het.
Yeah, you're already out. Leave your party. All right. You said you thought you had buff on pet. What? Do you need to check that?
Yeah. I don't know when it's installed.
Open up
Yeah.
E, go to the pet tab, and then see.
Item pouch skill.
No. It's on the top. It has the skills like in the screen.
On the top. It has skills in the screen.
Yeah, you have pet 1, 2, 3. Then you have pet equip 1, 2, 3, and then you have pet skills 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2 for or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then pet all cure in the top right. But that's usually red unless you have the equipped. You've put skills into the pet equip before, so you should be able to follow what I'm saying here. No? Do you see skills in the top next to the pets in the line?
Expanded auto move, auto buff.
No, you have your pet equipment inventory open. Equipment inventory pet tab, right? On the bottom you have like item pouch and shit. And on top you have your 3 pets. And then next to the pets you have the pet equip. And then you have the skills that they can do.
Yeah?
Are there skills there? Or is it all open screens for all 3?
Well, 2 condos. Well, only Sherbet has pet skill.
Uh-huh. And which ones? And which ones are equipped?
Pet skill, nothing.
Okay, so you have to put the resistance link in there. Go to skill tab, go to the link skills.
Die is dan zeker, maar dat kan ik niet zien, joh. Want daar heb ik wat gezien, die Night's Watch, hè?
Ja?
Die zit er.
You just said there was nothing there.
Ja, daarnaast is nog een plekje vrij voor een skill.
Oké, maar ik vraag, zie je daar skills? En je zegt nee. En dan zeg ik, oké, dan moet je hem daar steken. En dan zeg je, het zit er al. Snap je hoe dat verwarrend is voor mij?
Ja, maar snap je hoe dat verwarrend is voor mij? Ik zoek naar de mededeling pet skill. En die zie ik eentje, maar dat is dus een open plek. Want wat een skill zit, daar zie ik de mededeling pet skill niet meer.
Oké, maar er zit een skill in je pet al. Dus dat is ook een pet skill, hè?
Maar het ging over de potions, toch?
Ja, ik weet niet of je autopot hebt. Waarschijnlijk niet.
Ja, op die sherbet, toch? Auto MP potion.
Yeah, but you don't want to get used to auto potting, especially not on.
Only during will come.
Okay, sure. But then so do you have them equipped?
Ja, onderaan zitten ze, maar blijkbaar werden ze niet genomen, dus ik moet zijn dat ik iets verkeerd doe.
Well,
dus
what percentage did you put the heal to?
Even kijken. Die warning, hè?
Ja.
Nou, die bovenste staat 95 en die onderste ook.
Yeah, so that's not good, right? Because immediately, if you lose like 5% HP, it's gonna immediately consume a potion, and then you go on potion cooldown. So then when you absolutely need one, it's not gonna be available. You wanna put it down lower because you want the little bit of heal up top. You want the healing fams to take care of that. You want the potion to come in if you're really low. And that way, you don't have to do Moonlight and then heal. You just press Moonlight and then the heal goes off immediately, right? Because it will try to heal the whole time if you're that low, but it won't be able to go through because you're blocked by Moonlight in phase 2. So if you press Moonlight, it'll immediately heal. So you want it to be like around 60% or something. So just a little bit over half to the right for the HP. For the MP, usually I put it really, really low because I don't want to accidentally use a potion because my MP isn't full. Like, that's not... I don't want to lose the chance to survive with a potion because I'm on potion cooldown because my MP wasn't completely topped off, right? That's not a good thing. That might be a good thing if you're like a mage or something and you need MP to live as well, but auto HP is to survive, not to have your MP maxed. So like my MP is on like 10% or something, and then my HP is on like 60%.
Als ik dat verschuif, dan verandert dat percentage niet.
No, that's just to show where 95% is.
En moet ik die aanklikken? Auto use pet potions when using HP for skills? Yeah.
That's if you're like using a lot of you can... Oh. That's a hard one to click on. That's like because of all of the decent skills that are on pet equips. So you only have one there, so I wouldn't turn it on. But some people have like 6 decent skills in their pets, and then actually all of that combined can be quite a lot of HP.
Oh.
But if you're using HP fams, I would turn that off. But if you're not using HP fams, I'd probably turn it on, because like if a skill is gonna hit you that does 90%. But it wouldn't kill you, but like right before that, your pets eat up like 10% of your HP because they're redoing 2 decent skills automatically, and then you die to the to the attack because that thing wasn't on, and your potion didn't give you back the 10% before the 90% hit you. Then that's kind of an annoying way to die. But yeah, healing fams should take care of that little 5 or 10% up the top.
Still, the percentage doesn't change.
No, that's not a representation of where you're at. That shows no warning on the left and 95% on the right. The green thing decides where you're at. Yeah, you're thinking like this is something in 2022. This is something like 2008.
Oh.
Yeah, you're thinking to what's it called, like too modern. All right, and what's the other thing? Your familiars are too big? Are those the only healing familiars you have? But how are they too big? They should be completely transparent, no? Don't you have your skill transparency on?
Hope.
You should barely be able to see them.
So no, I don't. I barely see them. Yes.
Oh, you had skill transparency off. Okay, well, yeah. I didn't mention that one specifically, but when it comes to visibility, right? We talked about visibility. We talked about the damage. The other thing is to turn the skill visibility down, right? So you can see what the boss is doing. That's part of that chapter. Okay, that should help a lot. And then your resistance link is not fully stacked. The Spirit of Freedom. Or not even in there, I think.
Huh?
Yeah, I saw you getting hit way too fast after you respawn. There's no way your Spirit of Freedom is on 8 seconds right now. Maybe you put in like 1 level or not at all? Or 1 character, 2 levels. Maybe 2, but...
No, they're not in.
They're not in, yeah. That's what I thought. You just got the base respawn cooldown. That's 8 seconds of immunity every time you respawn, right? That's part of the survivability that we talked about. Part of the utility.
Ignored.
If I put more healing in there, you can put the Explorer Warrior in there. You can put Close Call in there.
Three en nog een 4. Oh, en moet die ook in de pet?
What, link skills? No, that's not an active skill, it's a passive. Or you say D, like I can read your mind, but I'm guessing...
Ja, we hadden het toch over Spirit of Freedom.
Yeah, well, I mentioned like 3 other skills since then, but yeah, no, that just triggers whenever you respawn. Automatically. And only when you respawn. And no, not with a cooldown or anything. Imagine if it was an 8-second iframe that you could choose whenever. Jesus Christ, it would be broken. Okay, you have all the other stuff? Shabbat shalom.
All the other stuff? Think so.
Yeah, we have everything. Alright, now you should be able to see the attacks way better, right? Let's focus on staying on the middle.
Moet ik eigenlijk die pet... Oh ja, ja, die moet ik dus wel uitdoen.
Yeah, you have to have the pet summon, otherwise it doesn't use the skill for you.
Precies. Je moet die altijd controleren of die nog... Kijk, want dat is met die invisible in...
Well, yeah, you just feed it before the run, right? Because it takes 100 minutes for a pet to run out. If it's fullness.
Okay.
So it should be a very, very long boss fight if it was ever gonna run out. And that's why a lot of people have like pet auto feed, so they don't even have to worry about that. Okay, ready? I'm gonna need verbal consent on this one. Ready?
Yes.
Okay. I'm not gonna just go in and hope that you're ready, okay? You have to tell me that you're ready.
Yeah.
Okay, we're in the same one. Oh. Okay, you've got auto heal 6 there. You're in the corner. Why are you in the corner? Be in the middle. Middle. Yeah. And now look at what he's doing. And walk to the opposite side. Or jump. Okay, you stay in this one. I'll get the other guy. Okay. About 20 seconds away from the tests. Focus on staying in the middle. Dodging the attacks. Okay, pay attention. You're lucky I am paying attention. Usually you call out there, but it's yeah, you don't have to. I guess it's fine. I'll just call out if you're in the other one, because I'm
I
okay.
never saw an eye.
Okay. Were you doing damage? It's a giant fucking eye in the middle of the map. You shouldn't be able to miss it.
I didn't see any.
Okay. I mean, I believe that you didn't see it, but... Wait, that took so long for him to be able to take damage. What the fuck? All my damage got eaten up. Alright, I'm going to the other one. Boop. Like, the next step will be that you also take more into account the HP bars up top, right? And then depending on the HP bars, you'll know when you have to switch to help the other side. When you can just stay on your side, you know. You start being able to look at the timer more. And look at the HP bar and be like, oh, okay, we have to go to the other side, we have to go help. Or you look at your Moonlight and you're like, oh, I don't have enough Moonlight to go switch, so I should just stay and tell someone else to switch if they have more Moonlight to help out. Okay, try not to go too far to the corner, because if he teleports there now, you get him there, right? Yeah, see? So stay right behind him, right here. Just right, yeah, and then go back. And now you can make sure that he gets to the middle. There we go, now he's in the middle. So try to keep him in the middle. I'll go to the blue side, and we have about 25 seconds. 20 now. I think you're seeing a lot better, right? Oh, I see you in the corner. Yeah, try to go back. Good. 10 more seconds.
You don't mix.
Right, keep your eyes open. It's blue. Switch, switch. Yep. Okay, there we go. Oh, I have one. Very good.
Oh.
Yeah, we both have one. It's okay. You have something that's hitting. Might be your bird. Try to find your bird in the top right and take it off. Because it might kill us when we switch. Is it off? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, good. Because we always get switched to blue, right? You notice? After the test, we always get switched into blue. So if you're in purple and you're hitting, you might create like a curtain of balls that's coming down on the blue side. And then if we all get switched into blue, we could all spawn right into it and even auto-heal and whatever can't save us. We'll just instantly die to it if we're unlucky. And you want to avoid that as much as possible.
You might be moved.
Yeah. Oh, it's fine. I'll move again. You can stay in purple. We have 1 minute until test. Try to stay in middle.
Oh, net te laat.
Yeah, you're a little bit to the side there, right? Closer to the middle, the more response time you have to get behind him.
Jawel, maar ik werd eerst weggecatapulteerd en dan ging die naar zijn bril. Ja,
yeah, it's never one thing, right? It's like because you already got pushed. That's why you died. So if you don't get pushed the first time, you will be able to dodge the tornado better, right?
En hoe werkt hoe werkt die knockback dan?
Well, that's knockback, not knockdown. The push is a knockdown skill, so it ignores knockback. 15 seconds. You have to have a skill built in, or like a special 5th job skill or something that gives you, or like some hyper skills do, that give you knockdown. You have something that gives you knockdown as well. Okay, look out for a test. Okay, it's blue. Come to me. Come to me. Switch, switch. I see you walking a whole bunch before you switch. Just wherever you are, just switch immediately, right?
Ja, ik pak er een.
Okay. Wait, what were you talking about before? We're going into phase 2 now, remember? So like the healing in the beginning can be important. So you might have to use your survivability skill, maybe the incoming damage reduction one, maybe the Astra. So try to be in red if you can. And then you can use Astra and then stay in Astra for some reduced incoming damage. Might help you. Are you red?
Ik hoop het.
Well, you should see the red icon on your skills on the bottom right.
Maar zo gauw ik iets doe...
No, not anything. As soon as you use your blue skill, yeah. But you don't want to use that one.
Ja. Oh, maar ja, dat is mijn attack, hè?
But yeah, but you don't have to, right? I'm doing the attacking.
Dus
Look where you are. Look where you are.
Oh,
Look where you are. Stay in the middle so you don't get pushed into the web. You went to the side, so you get...
Yeah.
Because those webs will get you. Webs are on the side. It's just like Magnus. You stay in the middle. Get pushed to the side, go back. If he picks a corner, you just pick the other corner. Look, now we can stand here, because he can't reach us at all. He can't reach us with any attack. But if he comes dashing to the middle, we have to go to him, because then where we're standing now is dangerous. But now this is safe. We can just stand here. Especially you, if you're trying to survive, you can just stand here. Here is very safe. Now he comes closer, now we want to go closer to the middle. Because now the webs are coming as well. Okay, now he goes there, now you go here. You just stand here. Right? Because he can't reach you with anything. And I'll go in and I'll go attack him. And I'll keep him busy. Okay, test is going to be soon, so make your way left. Oh, fuck, he might do a web, actually. Okay, go left, 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 left. Corner, corner, corner. Okay, we don't see any cracks, so we stay here. 1, 2, 3. Second pattern. No crack. 1, 2, 3. Third pattern. Crack, go to the right. Walk, walk, walk. Yes, second one. Third one. And then go back to left. Corner, corner.
I didn't see a second
Okay,
one.
heal. Use Moonlight and heal. Yeah. I think this was the last one. Yeah, okay. So now we go out of the corner, right? So we don't stand in the place where the webs might come. And now we have to wait 2 minutes because we won't be able to... we don't want to have another web spawn during that. So, where do you stand? He's all the way to the side of the middle, so you can stand here, right? Here's very safe. And then I'll go in and I'll get the aggro. And you can stand in that corner. If he dashes to the middle, you go to the middle as well. If he stays on the left, you just stay on the right side. Oh, he's coming to the middle. What do you do?
Oh, in the middle. Oh.
Yeah. Never in between the middle and the side, right? Oh, webs, careful. You're good there. I'm kind of fucked. No, go. Stay on the other side. You can just stay as far as away from him as
There's a
possible.
web too, huh?
Yeah, but where you're now is
Oh,
fine.
yeah.
And keep an eye for your health. Okay, he's still on the right side. So like even here, I'm like he can't reach me with any attacks. We're totally fine here. But he will come to us. Oh, now he's in the middle.
And there's a web.
Yeah. But you're very dangerous position now. Because you might be able to get hit by a pushback and then he pushes you into the web. Okay, now he goes back to the corner. Where do you go?
Here.
Yep. Okay, he's very low, so I'm gonna wait one more web, and then after the next web, I'm gonna kill him. Okay. He's attacking something in the corner. I'm not sure what. He's very angry at his own reflection or something. Okay, there's a spider coming. Whoa, I'm at 3 HP. Okay, test. Corner. That's where are you going? Okay, you dodged somehow. Good job. That was test 1. Okay, number 2. Okay, number 3. Still corner. Are you getting a freebie here? Number 4, crack. Walk to the right. 1. Walk to the second leg. Heal. Or iframe. Remember to iframe him.
I don't see any leg.
What do you mean you don't see any leg?
No, there was no leg. Must be dirt in my eye or something, I don't know.
But there's only one thing on the screen. There's a Will who's doing absolutely nothing, and there's legs. There's a crack. There's only like 3 things on the entire screen, so shouldn't be that much distracting. You're too close, right? You're getting hit right now, so you could get knocked back. You need to get either closer to him or closer to the corner, but you're like in the danger zone. I'm super safe there. Yeah, be on the side of him that's closer to the middle, so that if you get knocked back, you need to heal here, and you need to get away from him now. You can go to the other side. Other side is safe now.
Other side?
Yeah, left. Left is safe now, because he's further to the right. Ooh, not that far. Not that far. Always, like, mentally, you have to know exactly where the webs can spawn. You're too close now. You could get pushed into the webs now. Like, the webs spawn here. So if you stand here, you're safe.
Oops.
See? Like here, as long as you have knockback resistance, you're safe here. You're not going to get pushed into it. But look at where he is now, right? He in the meantime, while I said that, he came to the middle. Because I'm not on top of him, because I'm showing you where to stand. So he has no other aggro target. So he's coming to us. Oh, test. That's a little yikes. Corner. Corner. Test has already started, Mom. You have immunity, so you just jump to the corner.
When is test? When the mirror lies reverse?
Yes, that, yeah. When there's nothing going on and just legs going on. That was the third one. Fourth one. Wow, you're getting an absolute free test. Alright, for the next one, if he makes himself all tall and he goes high up in the map and I say move, you have to just flash jump around like an idiot, okay? Again, for this one, he's stuck in the middle of the map, but you always want to just jump around him. Make sure you don't get targeted by attacks. Because he will knock you back and push you back and invert you just like he does in phase 2, but his range is quite big. So it's like in phase 1 where you jump around behind him. Okay, there's poison. Okay, so pick a side, yeah. Preferably not the one I'm on. You already got hit, right? Stay. Don't use jump skills. think you did use a jump. Well, you have to keep attacking. Sorry, when you're poisoned, you have to keep attacking, and that's a move. You see how big he gets?
No.
Oh, look at the boss in the middle of the map.
Yeah.
The next one is probably
okay to be revived in the middle of the map.
okay. Good. That's a stay, right? Like he goes back and he just stabs, and the big one he smashes. Here, the next one. See, bam. Then you want to do a flash jump. It's almost like a mini test where he will hit a leg, and if you're moving at the right time.
When I see a big spider, I have to that one.
That's the stay one. And now the next one is probably going to be move when he does a big attack. Move, that one. Then you flash jump around. And then you will see a leg appear, but it won't do any damage to you. Okay, careful now. You're in the corner. And you have no health. You're not healing whatsoever. You can heal again like normal here, right?
Oh, well, I tried both, but...
Well, you're getting hit by like every single thing, so... Okay, somehow that hit me. But I took 3,700 damage. Oh, because it's normal, right? You don't. It doesn't even one-shot you. Stay. You're moving. You're jumping around when during a stay. Move. You way too. Wait. You need to respond way faster to that. You need to look at what he's doing. And it alternates, right? One stay, then a move, then a stay, then a move. Next one is probably going to be stay. Yeah, see? He just goes back and he smashes. No, that's a stay. Though the other one is just a regular attack. Sometimes people look at the eyes, but I think that's a little bit distracting. Don't jump where I am, because I'm poisoned. You're going to take damage. Okay, well, I'm trying to stay away from you, but you're getting hit by every single attack, so... Can't really dodge you.
I really don't know what to look for.
Just look at the spider in the middle of the map.
No?
He's pushing, he's just doing regular attacks, just small. Now he gets big. Move, right? He's going to smash down on the map. Now that's a stay. Sometimes people look at the color of the eyes. Yeah, but one is like he lunges back, and one is he lunges up. Okay, can you fucking... When I press Moonlight, can you fucking activate? Move. See? Like he almost touches the ceiling of the map. You see how big he gets? I'm a seal the whole time. I use fucking Moonlight, you garbage piece of shit game. Stay. Oh, dat was een stay.
A big one en naar achter, dan stay.
Ja.
En omhoog, dan move.
Yeah, that's a move. See? See how much taller he gets there?
Ja, ik kan ze niet zien als dat ding net of...
That's a stay. And somehow that hits me.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
And did he stay? And that is stay?
No, that's just a regular attack. That's not stay or move. That's get behind him. That's a move.
Oh, nee. Ja, maar dan ben ik ook dood.
Yeah, because you mistimed it. You have to work on the timing.
Huh?
If you're unsure about the timing, then just do 2 flash jumps. Then it's almost impossible to get hit.
Ach, god, dat was mijn laatste. Dan had ik de sneller moeten.
Tering, takken, tyfus, kankerzooi zeg. Hallo, kanker Moonlight. Jesus, fuck. Yeah, I'm trying to keep the map clear from webs, because that makes it harder for you.
Ja, maar dit is al mijn laatste.
Yeah, I know. But like, I'm constantly jumping around and pressing Moonlight and then jumping into the fucking webs, and it just doesn't give me Moonlight and then seals me. And then when I'm sealed, I can't use the Moonlight again. It's fucking EU ping bullshit.
Ah, wel, als je dus gaat flashjumpen heen en weer, dan ga je blijkbaar ook tegen iets aan waar je dood van gaat.
Well, you can get hit by minor attacks, but you should be just focusing on dodging all of that. But you focus on the main attack first, and then once you get better at that, then you start dodging like the legs and stuff as well.
En is dat dan de laatste fase?
This is the last one, yeah. Yeah, I mean, it could have like killed it instantly, but you have to practice staying alive there, right?
Ja, tuurlijk, ja. Ja, ja. Ja, prima.
But in
Nou,
all
dat-
honesty, like if we get to that one, it's all about we just you basically just blow it up. And if you have a few lives left, you know, as long as you have to do the same thing like with Lotus and Damien, right? Like you have to res and make sure you hit it, but then usually you just wait for a bind. You just stay dead. You stay out your lives if you die, and then you wait for a bind. You bind it, and then you clear it so that you can make sure that you get drops. Mom passed part 2. Yeah, but we had just a lot of stays in the corner where she didn't have to do anything. The main thing is when you have a lot of touch back to back, or get hits back to back, or you alternate, like get hit, stay, get hit, stay, get hit, stay. Those are the hard patterns. But if you get like 2 easy patterns, yeah, you can fluke getting past phase 2. But right, go again.
Ja, wel. Eigenlijk wel, maar het is wat laat geworden, hè?
Well, we can get there very quickly, right? Just do one more.
Jawel, maar ik moet nog eten maken natuurlijk.
Well, you have 10 more minutes?
Ja, wel. Zullen we maar doen dan?
Just one more
dan
then.
Zit alles in orde en we staan er enzovoort.
Yeah, exactly.
Zullen we het de pet even doen?
Pet? Oh, it's okay. Pet has at least an hour left of food.
Dus nou ben je in blauw waarschijnlijk.
Yeah, if you can't see me, you can probably see me in the background, like a little bit,
Yeah,
like I'm
yeah,
in dark
yeah.
side, right?
Hier een beetje doorzichtig. Zo. En ben je nou ondertussen aan het aanvallen?
Yeah, you see. Well, if you see the health bar up top, you see that they're both gone now because I killed both of them. I'm trying to stay in the middle.
Oh, net te laat.
You're not in the middle again, right? You're too far away from him, probably. So the
Ja,
further away from him you are, the faster you have to respond. The closer you are, oh, it's test, but you're dead, so it's whatever.
I was on top of him.
Oh yeah, I can't see him. I can only see you.
Pak erin. Ja.
Okay. What up, Ghost Roll? How you doing? Oh, wrong button.
Meet your end.
Fucking AIDS boss teleporting all its fucking time. Such a horrible boss design. If you want to get rid of the bind and burst meta, you make bosses not just teleport all over the place every 3 seconds. So stupid. Make it so that nobody can confirm any damage. Such a bad artificial way of making the— hello, where's he going? Of making the boss fight more difficult. Okay, I see you staying in the middle, that's good. You have 30 more seconds. Dude. 10 more seconds. Okay, keep an eye out.
Ik zou nog wel eens dat ook willen zien.
It's right there on top
Oh,
of you.
yeah, well, yeah.
Yeah, that's really. You're like 15 seconds late with that. Like, your response time is.
Yo,
Because like I was already in a dimension and I saw it disappear. And then you're like, oh wait, I think I saw right. Like if it's an
ik ben,
actual run, you're griefing
ik
your
heb,
fucking team.
ik heb mijn ogen ingesteld op een blauwe kleur. En het wordt een rode in al te leven.
Well, no, it's purple. It's the same skill. You true reckon reflection. You've been using it for like 40 levels.
Ja, toch ziet hij er heel anders uit.
No, when you summon it, if you have skill animation on, that's exactly what it looks like. But if you're used to skill animation down, which I don't think you are because you had it on with your pets, right? With your familiars, I mean. Nice, cool animation, dude. Almost fucking died. Dude, just fucking animation cancel, piece of shit. Yeah, now you can animation cancel. Fuck off, bro.
Wat doet hij nou?
Now the time that you don't need to animation cancel, you can fucking do it. Unbelievable. You could switch. You have Moonlight. Not the first response should never be is death already because you're thinking.
Yeah.
You want to get to the point where you don't have to think anymore. Your fingers press the button, right?
My first my first response is thinking, and my second response is look at my keys.
Yes, and both of those should be like instant. Both
10
of those,
minutes dead.
yeah, both of those should be like 50 milliseconds processes each.
Oh my god.
Test is in 5. I'll go to blue, even though it's not really necessary. But okay, keep an eye out for the big eye.
Ja, ai, hoi.
There you go.
Ja, ik pak er een. Oepentijds. Ebbes.
Okay, we're already going into phase 2 now, right? Okay. Wow, that was a lot of damage from off screen.
Oeh, is dit phase 2? Wat? Phase wat?
You can look
Did
on the
it go-
HP bar. You can see the HP bar is empty, and we finished.
Oké.
So, usually now you press like most of the skills if you're trying to burst in phase 2, right? Because the heal, excuse me, because the healing is really bad there. So you want to heal up in phase 1, so you don't have to heal for a bit in phase 2. I'll see if he does a web or not. If he doesn't do a web, I might just... He does a web. Okay, well. Make of the positioning. I have no HP. I don't know if that's gonna do enough to kill him.
Doet hij nou wel iets of niks?
Oh, is that crack? Iframe if you're too slow. Second leg.
Ik-
Iframe
en
then, if you don't see anything. If you don't see anything, use your iframe! How can you, if you don't see it, iframe? Right? Your fingers have to know where the button is. You just cost the whole run 2 minutes.
Zie jij ze dan wel?
Yeah, of course. You also, they're on your screen. I can 100%
Hey.
guarantee they're on your screen. Yeah, just like you
Oh,
said that
hey.
I wasn't on your screen, right?
Nee,
You're just not
ja,
focused on it.
Nee, jawel, jawel. Ik zit goddomme alleen naar dat stukje van mijn screen te kijken. Echt.
There's no way you don't have that. Share screen with me. I don't care if you die 3 times. Go to Discord. Share screen.
Oh, wat? Oh, naar Discord? Ja. Oh.
Yeah, just check for, no, don't jump around. Just go into Discord right now and share screen.
Ik ben
Ignore
niet-
everything else. Ignore everything else. Die 4 times right now. I don't care. Share screen.
Huh, wat gaat voor? Oké. Zie je het?
See, you're alive. I fucking
en
died.
dan ben ik helemaal weg van wat
No,
moet ik
You're good.
wat-
Stay in middle, because there's webs. Heal. Go back to mid. No, you're inverted. Okay. If you're in corner, yeah, stay there and behind the web. Good. Okay, now come back. I'll see if I can lure him to the side. Yeah, Okay. Now we have space. There you go. There's the space. A little bit more. Yeah. Woohoo! I jumped when I was inverted. Nice. Let's test. You see the crack?
Yeah.
Yep. I see the
oh,
second leg.
okay.
I see the third leg.
De eerste heb je niet gezien.
Well, no, because I'm looking at the test for myself.
Nu waren ze... Ja, wel. Maar nu waren ze er wel, ja.
Okay, but they're there all the time. Like I can't.
No,
I don't know what to tell you. We're still doing tests. What are you doing? Yeah. 1. There's crack on the ground.
Ja,
2.
nu was die er wel. Nu was die er wel. Oeps, ik was iets te ver geloof ik, maar dat
Ja.
maakt ik hem blijkbaar niet uit.
Look where he is. Yeah.
Ach, kijk toch.
Remember the inversion?
Devour.
You're in danger zone. For the webs. Yeah. There you go. I'll go a little bit to the side because I have knockdown resistance. Careful. Heal. Leg is gonna get you. Remember, you can heal a lot here, but if you're doing hard, you're not healing nearly as much. So you have to focus more on dodging. But we'll also have more people, so you'll have way more healing familiars, so it'll be way easier to stay alive because of that. Look where he is. Yes. The faster you move there, the less chance you give him to hit you before you get to go to the other side, right? Now, I don't know the timer because we failed the test, so the test can start at any moment, so you have to be able to respond fast. There's a web. Okay. Okay, he's coming to you. I think this is a good spot here. He might do. I think test
No,
might be
yeah,
here, but there might be a web. Yeah, test here.
Yeah.
Test.
Yes.
Don't get hit. Corner. Corner. You're getting hit. There's Moonlight and heal. Crack. 1.
Die eerste was er dus weer niet.
Crack again. Iframe if you have to. You did an iframe again. Your iframe is always up. You're never using it. You basically get a free test if you just iframe, right? You can iframe a whole, well, not a whole test, but like a whole series of 3 legs. If you ever panic, your finger has to know where the panic button is. Otherwise, you can't do bosses. Can your finger right now press on the iframe button without looking at your keyboard?
Ja.
Okay. Synthetic, you want to try to get banned or something?
Kan ik voorkomen dat hij me inverst?
You stay out of range. I do up jumps a lot, but I know the timing of the attacks. So if I up jump, I just dodge the whole attack. But if you mistime it with up jump, you'll actually just get knocked across the map, like that. I think, yeah, technically, probably what Pathfinders do a lot is probably just torrent up, but you don't want to start doing that. Just dance around. Try to dodge as many of the attacks as possible. Heal if you need to. Oh. Okay, let's test. There's no thing. You're gonna die. You're respawning way too slowly, right? And that's because we don't know when the test is coming. It's because we failed the first test. But if we fail the first test, you have to be way more attentive. And if you have to choose on where to go, always aim for going on his left side, right? Or his right side if you're okay with doing the test there. When you're respawning like that, you can always go into the corner.
Dus nu, als ik die doe, en die doe ik.
Yeah, but you just respawn, so you probably don't have relic gauge, right? I think you need relic gauge to be able to summon it, if I'm not mistaken.
Ja. dat is waar. Ik ben niet gewend dat ik helemaal niks van aanval doe. Normaal doe ik
Yeah,
de hele
yeah.
dag maar.
Exactly. So
Dat
if
is al-
you can rely on it more. The other thing, I think Astra also needs it, right? Astra? I think it needs relic gauge as well, right? So,
ja,
but
de-
like the boss fight is gonna be different. If you have more people, you have more healing, you have more. It's gonna be well. It's not gonna be faster than this, right? Because we're gonna be limited by when the tests can start. So that's gonna be the same limitation. But if you could do this, then you can do it with more people as well. This is like the harder version because of the healing miss. Careful where you're standing now, right? If you're standing behind him and he pushes you, you're in the web, you're dead.
But-
There you go. He's coming to the left. You go to the right. Exactly. And you keep an eye out for the test start.
Dus ik blijf van hem weg als die niet in het midden staat.
Yeah, oh, he's diving over to
Totdat
the right.
het bericht verschijnt.
I think test might be soon. Yeah, there it is.
Yeah.
Crack.
Op.
1, 2, 3, and then back to the left.
Heb
You
ik
got hit, it's
gezien.
fine.
De derde heb ik ook niet gezien.
I mean, they're like a little bit behind the message, I guess, but
Ja, precies. En ik zit precies op die plek.
well, it
Okay.
doesn't matter though. Like, it's always the same distance in between. You just walk forward the same distance. It's autopilot.
Ook
You-
niet
you-
gezien. En
you-
ook niet gezien. Dus
You
ik
got
weet-
hit, right? The second you got hit, even if you didn't see it, that means you missed one. That means you go on as if it was hit. There was like 1, 2, and then the third one hits you, and then you just stand still. That's the end of the pattern. You have to get ready for the next pattern. You got hit?
Waarom ik moet
Okay. No,
staan?
don't talk
Omdat
right
ik
now.
ze niet zie.
Okay, well, yeah, I'm sorry. I'm looking at your screen at the same time while I'm doing my test, and I can see them. So you're not looking at the right place. So maybe a recording or something can help, but
Oh my god.
it's always the
Does it
same distance. Look at the distance in between the legs. Like, it's always the same distance. You just walk forward the same distance, and it's right there. Like, yeah, I don't know how much easier I can make it. Because sometimes you say, now I see them, but they're always in the same. They're always there. They're not exactly the same spot, but they're roughly in the same spot every time. Transposing? Exclamation mark transposing can help you with that, Sylvic. Oh, I'm inverted. You have to be a little bit closer to the left there. Because if he comes even just a little bit towards you, like right now, then you're in range. Okay, now he's coming to you. So where do you move? Okay, went all the way left. Oh, test. Oh, I got it. Crack.
Correct.
1, move forward. 3 centimeters. Forward 3 centimeters. Go back to the
De-
corner. The third one was already hit. Why are you there?
Oh.
Right?
Ik heb
After the
er
third
weer
one
maar
hits.
één gezien.
Yeah, but you got hit, so you know that the second one was there. Otherwise, you couldn't take damage. Yeah, corner. After the test, after the 3, you go back. Because then the
Ik
next
heb
3
maar
start.
2 geteld!
But I saw, yeah, I was looking at your screen the whole time, and I saw you.
1. En dan heb ik weer niks.
Yeah, the
Nou,
only.
blijkbaar heb ik het goed gedaan. Ja.
No, you
Ik zit
you
maar wat in
did
de wilde
everything
weg te
wrong.
staan.
Yeah, but
Hey.
how? Look at your screen. I'm looking at your screen and my screen at the same time, and I see the legs, and I see you moving towards the legs.
Ja, maar ik zie de legs niet. En soms eentje en soms geen.
Okay, so you need to focus up more on that because they're on your screen. I could see them. Remember when there was times with Lucid when I said there's a notification on the screen and you said there wasn't one, and I looked at your screen and I said right there, and you said, "Oh." And it was like a giant banner that was taking up like 20% of your screen, but you just didn't see it.
Maar nu, Douwe, is het iets wat ik de hele tijd wel zie en dan op een gegeven moment niet zie. Dus ik weet hoe het eruit ziet, ik weet waar ze komen, ik weet waar ik op moet letten en ik zie ze niet.
Okay, so that's why I'm saying then don't look for them. Then just walk forward the distance that is usually in between the legs. And if you see, you have to get used to the rhythm. It's like bum, bum, bum. That's how it goes. Bum, bum, bum. That's number 1, 2, 3. Like that. That's the rhythm. So if you see your HP go down, that means one just hit and you missed it, right? And then you go to the next one. If you don't say your HP go down on that rhythm, that means you were on the right spot and you move forward to the next one. And if the third one hits, bum, bum, bum. If the third one hit, a little bit slower than that. But if the third one hits, that means that you go back to the corner. I don't stay in the map. Like I can like count all of them. But I see them on your screen, so it's something about like where you're looking, or what you're paying attention to.
Well, I really don't understand that.
You're going to the right, but I think it test is soon, so you need to be careful. Oh no, test isn't soon. Hang on, his HP isn't down. Okay, I'll trigger him when he's when the webs are gone. Okay, come to the left. Hello, Moonlight. Oh, the skill didn't attack at all. That's cool.
Yeah,
Test. Back into the corner. Invert. Yeah, you can very long to get here, but you're lucky. 1, 2, 3. You saw the 3 legs? Okay, crack. We go. 1, 2, 3.
And these are
Crack again.
all
Crack again. 1.
Oh.
Yeah, you need to respond faster there. It's not gonna stop because we're talking, right? It's still 5 of 3 in a row. Yeah. Look for the legs now. 1. See where the second one is? See where the third one is? You see the distance? That's the thing you want to focus on.
Ik zie ze als ze er zijn. Ik zie ze niet als ik ze niet zie. Dan kan ik alleen maar concluderen dat ze er niet zijn.
But they're always there. Whether you see them or not, like if they're there. Right? And even if you don't see them, you still have to act like they're there, because otherwise you die, because that's what's been happening, right? Because you're pretending like, oh, I can't see them, so I guess they're not there, but then you die, which means they were there. You just didn't register them. So that's not the solution, right? The solution is like, okay, if I don't see them properly, what can I do? You have to get used to the rhythm of the attacks. So, for example, like stay in the map longer so you can see what the rhythm is for the test, and that you can get used to that rhythm, right? How do you dodge the C-Val attacks? Not by knowing exactly where all of the attacks are, but knowing what is typically the distance between the attacks. If there is an attack, how long before it goes away? So if I see an indicator, if I see a red indicator on the ground, and I want to jump out of the screen, if I see a red fall anywhere, I know all the reds have fallen, right? And I know that no reds are going to fall, at least for like a few seconds. So then now I can jump everywhere. Now I know that everywhere is safe. You have to... We're working on a process now from going from that being very conscious process to becoming a subconscious process. So you just know second nature that's like, oh, test is starting. Okay, corner. All right, I see no crack. I just stay. I see crack. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Move back to the left, but keep an eye on the middle of the map, because if there's immediately a crack, I have to go back. If there's no crack, you can hug the corner. You can be safe.
Yeah. Well, but I really don't understand why I don't see it. That's difficult for me.
I mean, it's on a different timer, but if you I guess I can show you my there's like an internet. Where you can stop your you can stop your stream. Do you see my screen?
Mm-hmm.
Is there a test here? No. Okay, here's the starting of a test, right?
Yeah.
So you see the message.
Mm-hmm.
You're low HP, but it looks like you're moving to the right, which is already to the left. Like you see, you're like it's fine. It's the immediate response if you're this low would always be to press Moonlight so you can heal, right? Because you can survive 1 leg, but you can't survive 2. And if you miss dodging 1, or you get hit by 1, if you miss getting hit by one, or you dodge one that you're not supposed to, you are you're dead here, and then the test is immediately failed, like on the very first leg, and then everyone else has like 14 more legs to dodge, but all of it is already like in vain because we know that we're not going to pass it anyway. So like making sure that when you're this low, immediately healing is like the first thing to do.
Yeah.
And here you're jumping through. This is a little bit on the delay. Like on my screen, it looks like you would definitely gonna get hit here, but you're a little bit ahead on your screen, so you probably were in the corner before this. So we see one, you see the second one, right? So you see the particle effect first, right? And then you see where the leg is gonna... Oh, wait. Huh? What the fuck? 2, 3, and then back to the left. You got hit, it's fine. Test might be soon. Yeah, there it is.
Yeah.
Crack. Yeah, here's tests. I think... I'm gonna guess that you probably moved to the left too far, but yeah, see, like, it's test, and you're like... Autopilot, like, okay, test, corner. No. Test, look for pattern. No pattern, then corner. Pattern, go to the first like location, right? Yeah. Wait. Okay. So here's the start of the. Oof. Here's the start of the test, right? You see that? Hello.
When you say leg,
When I say leg,
you mean the thing that appears in the lower half or in the top half of the screen?
it's a giant spider leg. It's the same thing. It's like one of his spider legs that like comes out of the map and tries to hit you. They spawn in phase 1, they spawn in phase 2, they spawn in phase 3.
Yeah. But is it the red one that appears in the lower half of the screen? Or is it the black one that comes from the ceiling?
They're the same thing. I'll show you.
No, because sometimes I see the red one.
It doesn't matter what color it is here. You have to just do the pattern.
But I'm focusing on the black one that comes from the ceiling, and it doesn't always come.
Yeah, it comes from the bottom sometimes, but it's the same distance in between. You have to look up and down, right? That's the whole boss fight, is that you also have to look down. Like in this phase, you see his shadow, right? His purple shadow underneath. That's the one that actually pushes you back. Sometimes he will be looking to the right side, but his shadow will be looking to the left and pushing you back. That's why it's safer to just stay far away from him, because he can be attacking both sides. And that's why we need to look at the crack during the test as well, because the bottom of the map is also giving us information about what to do in the top of the map. That's why we die on the top of the map when the shadows are on the webs are on the bottom, but we don't even see a web up top.
Yeah.
Right? And that's the whole mirror thing.
My first instruction was survive.
Yeah.
And to make it easier, only see what you need to see to survive. So only the very bad things that could kill you.
Yeah, in phase 1, yeah.
So that's my focus. I'm not gonna see things in the map that don't matter. I'm just gonna see what I need to see.
Yeah. So in phase 2, during the pattern, what you have to see is the crack, and then if you see the crack, you have to see the legs.
Yes, but things appear in the top half and in the bottom half, and I only focus on one or two of the two.
Yeah, you have to see both,
and
because you don't have to look at the boss anymore at this stage. You can totally ignore him.
No, that's new information.
Yeah, there's no regular legs, there's no regular balls, right? Maybe a little bit in the beginning of the phase if they're like still floating around, but usually there's no regular legs for damage, no regular balls for damage, and he doesn't do anything either. So the only thing you're looking for is crack or not, and if there's crack, then you're looking for legs. That's it.
Yeah, and legs are the real legs, so to speak, and the legs in the mirror.
Yeah, but so I'll show you, but you don't really have to look up and down. You have to really just look at your character, because the particle effects will show where the legs are going to come. You don't really have to look like at the bottom of the map or at the top of the map. You basically just look where your character is, and the particle effects will pretty much like touch your character. So here we have crack, right? So we go to the left of or we have test, but immediately we see crack. And what you do immediately already is you walk too far to the left. You'll see here. Because you know about the first leg is around here, right? So I stop around here. I'm even a little bit too far, but you're like all the way here. And the further you go, you lose double the time, right? Because you lose the time walking there, and then you lose the time walking back.
Going back, yeah.
Yeah, so you're already a little bit on the back foot, because now you have to respond faster than I have to, because I could just walk in and get hit. And you saw where it's really hard to like go back just a few seconds with.
See, you only have something that's coming down to.
No, because the particle. So first you look for the particle effect. See, the particle effect is here. It's like it's right below you. Like it's touching your metal already, right? You don't have to look at like the bottom of the screen, like down here, right? You're just looking here, just where your familiars are. It's like a centimeter below. So this is like where you have to look. This area right here, not here,
Yes. Yeah,
and
well,
and not here.
and that's where I was looking.
Yeah, so you have to look here, just around your character. So you see the particle here. You see the first leg is gonna. Well, actually, it's even higher than that. You see, but you know the faster you respond, the lower the particles are. But the highest part of the particles, it's like in this legs here. Look, this is where they spawn. You see how close this is? That's where it shows where it's gonna hit. So not here, and not there, but here and here is when you want to look. So it's just above your character and just below your character. That's where the leg is gonna hit, and it's the same type of legs like in here. But of course, in this phase, you always want to dodge them. So here it's crack. You're standing still, and then you're moving to the left. Yeah, you're moving back a little bit, but you hit this one. And now the second one, you see the particle is. It's like it's touching my forehead. That's how low it is. You see? So you don't have to look over here, but you also see it right here. I think you hit this one, but then the third one I think you missed because it's coming from the bottom again. But look how close it comes, right? So like right here. But you're moving back to the left. But if you're focused more on like what is the regular space in between the tests, you know that you have to move forward and not move back. And if you get used to the rhythm, you know that the attack still has to come. It hasn't come yet. There's no time to. It's not time to walk back yet.
Even if you don't see it, yeah.
Even if you don't see it. So here I get hit, and you get hit here. So you know the third one just hit you because you dodged. You were on time for one, you were on time for two, and you got hit by three. It sucks, but now you have to respond. Now you have to look at the middle of the map again. Because now this pattern of three is done. Use Moonlight and heal if you can, but even more importantly than that, start moving towards the left again. But what do? You start moving to the right. Because you're still looking for the third leg. But the third leg already went because you took damage. So that part of three is over. So now I'm going to the left for the next test, but you're moving into, now you're completely in the middle of the map and there's no screen crack. So again, everything that hits you now kills you. And now you jump back again and you make it, but there that could have like killed you, right? Because I think just because the count is off. I mean, I'll physically do more like 1, 2, 3, and if you hear 3, you know that part is over. But the thing you have to think about is not to flash jump too crazy to the corner, because then if the crack appears, you have to flash jump back and then you jump over, right? So here we hug the corner, you heal back up, your pets go for a walk, or it's mine, I don't know. And here we stay in the corner. And then we see crack again. See, I move immediately, and then you respond a bit later. But like you're short for the first one, right? You see, you're too far to the left here, right? But you get hit. But as soon as you get hit, you have to start moving. Even there, you waiting like 300 milliseconds in between. If you walk and you get hit, you have to start moving immediately. But you're like hesitating, walking. You get there in time for the second one, and then for the third one, you're like looking again. But you know where it's going to be, right? You know it's going to be the same distance between the first one and the second one. It's going to be that distance between the second one and the third one ahead of you. So you know it's roughly going to be somewhere here. It's never going to be in the same spot where the second one was. But again, you get hit, which is okay. You don't die here. But what do you do after you get hit? That's the third one, right? You know the third one went through because you took damage. You got to go back to the left because there's no crack in the screen. But you're walking around and waiting for the next one. And then you see a leg, and then you're like, oh, that must be the third one. No, that's the first one of the next pattern. That's the one that you have to dodge because we're already in the next pattern because the crack is gone in the map. Right? Because you're lingering too long there. right? So if I count along, and usually with some runs you do that in the beginning, you count along like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, so that you know when like distinguishing between the patterns, because it's harder to distinguish between the patterns if it's like no crack 2 or 3 times in a row, or it's crack 3 times in a row. Sometimes you lose count, but it's really only important if if there's a risk of failing. Because if there's no risk of failing, you don't really have to count, because you'll see that he just gets stunned when you get through 5, and then you can just start attacking him and get out of the corner, and then you're fine.
Well, it's the first time I see what to.
It's
to look
easier.
for.
Yeah, it's easier when you're looking back at it like this, right? Because you're
Because
not in the moment dodging
the
16
sign,
things.
the sign where it's gonna hit,
Mm-hmm.
it comes first.
Yeah, the
And I was
particles.
looking for it's really it's hitting.
Oh yeah. Then you're
And
always
that's
late.
and
Yeah.
then when I'm always late, yeah.
Yeah. You have to
And
look
when
for the
it
particle.
doesn't show, I really
Well, the problem is if you're waiting for the leg, then the next particle is already showing. You're looking here for the leg, but the next particle is coming from here, and then the
Yes.
distance is too far. So you want to be looking
Yes.
here for the particle, and when you know where the particle is, you already move there, and then all you need to see is like a big slam, and then that's your cue to immediately move your eyes from here to here or here and look for the next particle.
Yeah.
So that's I think happens here again. Like the first particle, you get hit, right, and then the second one, but you're still there. You're still waiting. But you always want to have your eyes to the next one, and then you manage to get to the third one, and you dodge. So, and even though you said you didn't see it, but like you dodged the first one, and you got hit by the. Though you dodged the first one, you got hit by the second one, and then you dodged the third one, and now you're low HP, and now there's no crack again in the map. But now you're still waiting. You're lingering again, right? Because you're still like waiting for the leg. Like you managed to jump through, but you like almost die again there. And then by the time you finally get back, there's already a whole test. I've been waiting for 1, 2, 3. I've been sitting in the corner the whole time. But you just got back, and now the next test is already started, and now you immediately have to go again. Now you got this one in time, but then you got that one. I missed this one because this was one of the weird patterns, and this happens sometimes as well. And you see, it's not always the same distance, right? That's why you have to respond fast. So you see 1, and then 2. So I'm expecting the third one to be like around here, but you see this third one is actually way closer. So I actually missed this one, but it's fine to miss one every now and then. And you're staying around again, right? You're staying around too late again. After the 1, 2, 3, after this one, you go to the left again. But you're like hopping around, walking to the right, dodging this one, jumping through. Okay, like you live. And then crack again. So you move. You're a little late there. Yeah, and then you get hit. You panic. You made the second one. And I mean, yeah, it's because of the screen. I think you probably moved out of the way a little bit too early, but you have a delay, right? Because that's why you can't just look at where I am and just copy where I move, because then you'd be too late every time.
Yeah.
But again, you survived it, right? Because you don't get one shot by them. But the main thing is because you're able to moonlight and heal a lot here. You won't be able to moonlight and heal as much if we ever do hard, but like for normal that's fine. But the other side that makes it easier is that if 6 people have healing fams out versus 2 people, you also get way more healing from that, so that'll increase your passive healing quite a bit. But yeah, the main thing is that the phase 2 test, that's the hardest part. And I guess we can see if we can check the phase 3 really quick to see the stay and the move, so you can see the difference.
The difference, yes.
Is this, which one is this? Yeah, where you still have 7. Is this the one where we? I have someone in chat laughing that I'm dying at stuff while I'm trying to do like 2 people's runs at once. No, it's not here. 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 Well, yeah, so here's the other thing is that the webs build very quickly, right? If there's just 2 people, there's only 2 people cleansing. So if you have 6 people, then you're cleansing way more. So then the webs don't build up. So if you get pushed back, you don't get sealed as much. So you can still jump around and don't die to the move. So here he does poison. If you're poisoned, you typically just pick a side. So his range is probably about this far, like where he can hit you and push you back. So this is probably going to seal you. So it's more like phase 1 now, where you just jump around him and try to be safe. So I'm on the right and you jump to the right, which means you give me a lot of poison damage, which is okay, I can survive. And here you get pushed, right? That's just his regular attack. That pushes you. That pushes you into a web. That seals you probably. So now you can't attack, which means you might die to the poison, because you have to keep dealing damage when you're in poison. If you don't deal damage for like, I don't know, 5 seconds, you just die. And then this is a stay pattern, so you got lucky here. Because he's like lunging back, you see? Like he goes back on his legs like he's gonna stab. And then at the moment he stabs, bam, that hit, if you're moving while that hit goes off, then you take 100%. Well, I think here it's 90%, so it's not as punished, but on hard it's 100%. You just like 100 to 0 die. Unless you have some kind of incoming damage reduction. And I think here you're gonna die because you were sealed for a while, and you didn't notice that you were unsealed and that you could attack again, so you die. And then when you die, you leave the poison, and another person in the map gets poisoned. And then usually if you're 6 people, there's 1 person poisoned on one side, 5 safe people on the other side, but if that person with poison dies, one of the pack of safe people gets poisoned, then all of those people start panicking and jumping around, and then sometimes you get a cascade of failure on that. So that's a regular stab, and then move. You see how much bigger he is? Like his top leg is like past the clock of the map, right? See how high up it is? And he's like high up in his legs. That's the move pattern. So sometimes people will look at the color of the eyes, but I mean, obviously you can't fucking see them here. So people say like white eyes and yellow eyes, but like they're physically impossible to see here. So looking at his posture, I think makes more sense. So now you have to make sure that when the leg goes through here, bam, when that hits, you have to be in some kind of move skill. So flash jump is the easiest to do. So you see me jumping and then flash jumping a second time just to make sure. So it's a regular push. So probably the next one is going to be a stay again, regular push again, regular push, stay. So you see the difference in the size?
Yeah.
Yeah. But he's not touching the clock, right? He's not that high up. So this is just a stay one. So you don't want to use a movement skill. So regular attack, regular attack, regular attack, probably like 1 or 2 more, and then stay. And then move, right?
Move, yeah.
See how high up he is? So his ass isn't so far back, but his top leg is way higher up. So now you can kind of see his eyes, but they're kind of hidden behind his leg too. But yeah, sometimes people will call it white. See, and this is the thing. This is the leg that would have killed me if I wasn't moving. That would have done 100% damage. But because I was moving, I dodged it. In a similar way in phase 2 where you get hit by the right one or dodge the right one, right? Then the damage properties don't work. So here I'm trying to use Moonlight. And when you use Moonlight, you get the yellow thing around you, and then you can jump through webs, and you can cleanse up to 2 webs. That's what I'm doing here. So poison, I see poison, so I know I'm going to get poisoned, which means I have to keep attacking so I don't die. That's a stay again. So the next one is probably going to be a move, the next big pattern. Move. I think you got it right here, I think. Or you might have still been immune, I'm not sure, but you definitely were moving around the time when you had to. Oh, and here you're dying to damage because I think you got hit by too many legs. So here you're dodging, and then you walked into the webs. The webs also do damage. So you never want to walk into the webs because they seal you, and then you can't use any skills for a while, and they deal damage over time as well. So by the time you get out of the webs here, you're only like 40% HP left, which means you have to heal. So you heal there, but you walk back into the webs and a leg. So now you're really low. And then you get hit by a little ball, which isn't too bad. But now you walk into him, which is like the danger zone. So you walk into his push. You see that he has aggro on me, right? He's focusing me because I do more damage. Especially if you're focusing on dodging, you're not likely to have aggro, right? He's not going to be aggressive to you. So he's going to be aggressive to me. So if I stay on the other side, he's going to be facing the other side. And it's not like in phase 2 where he has like a mirror image that's hitting the other side. If he's facing the right side, he's attacking the right side, as long as he's not doing one of these big patterns, right? Because the big patterns is just full map. But the small patterns, he's just facing one way. So for you, the safe spot would have been to stay in between the webs and where he is. So just like walking back and forth here, basically. That's the safe spot. But you went a little bit too far to the left first, and then you went a little bit too far to the right and walked into this attack later. And then that damage is enough to kill you. Here I'm inverted all kinds of ways. climbing on a ladder, totally not intended. And then a move again. I think, yeah, I jumped. So see here, the first jump was too early and the second jump was too late. That's why I still got hit there. Because the hitbox was right in between my jumps.
So the only time you can touch the webs, oh,
So you like, I flash jump here, but I jumped too early. And then the leg came, bam, right as I jumped for the first time, but before I flash jumped. So I actually got hit here. In hard will, I would have died here. But in normal will, it's like, what, 80% damage, so it's not too bad. Yeah, if you touch the webs, so you can touch the webs if you just respawn and you're immune, right? Or if you have iframe, or if you have the moonlight around you and you have the yellow glow. Then you can walk through the webs. Otherwise, you take damage and you get sealed. And it's a hard seal, so you can't do any skills anymore. So the combo that he does is you stand on his side, he pushes you, he inverts you, and then you either get hit by the webs or you accidentally walk into the webs because you're inverted. And then his next pattern is the move. You can't use a movement skill because you're sealed, and you can't use an iframe because you're sealed as well, and then you die to that. That's kind of like the combo that he sets up. So that's the one that you want to, you want to interrupt that combo, right? Try to get that from not happening. So that's a stay. You jump, but I think you jumped before, and that's a move right after. So there's no set amount of attacks in between. Sometimes it's just back to back. And then sometimes it's also, he uses the same one twice in a row. It's possible. It's very, very rare, but it happens. And if we bind him, after a bind, it becomes random again. He like resets. So the first pattern after a bind is also random. But we don't bind him here and everything. So, yeah, so I think you flash jump here, but then I think you kind of got lucky here that you didn't get hit. Because he was just too late. And then right after that, basically, he's just watching sides, and then it's move again, right? You see him touching the ceiling. But here you're not flash jumping. You're standing still. And then when you do jump, it's too late. And I'm jumping around a little bit as well, but I'm trying to make sure that I keep attacking with the poison, but also trying to stay on the other side of you. But you see how I'm dodging all the regular attacks, right?
Yeah.
Like they just don't hit me because I'm standing on the other side of him. Very much like phase 1, right? That's how you move. And then we have poison again. So I'm trying to go to the other side. Ooh. And then you got knocked into me, and I got inverted, so that was a really hard one to dodge. You have 2 more lives here. But honestly, if we get properly through phase 2 and you get to phase 3 with this many lives, it'll always be fine. Because if we actually just like burst down, whether it's normal or hard, depending on a party, he'll just always be dead, like way faster than you can, as long as you just like dead and stay out your lives. Then you just have to make sure that by the time you finish with a bind, that you, yeah, like here, I use Moonlight, I heal, I wait for the cooldown to come back, I press Moonlight here in the air. You see I have the yellow glow on me, but it didn't activate somehow. But you see I'm glowing yellow, and the webs are not cleaning. And now I take damage, and now I get sealed, even though I've been glowing yellow the whole time. So I'm getting fucking triggered because that's not supposed to happen at all. And here I jump it through it again, and now it does work. Because the more webs there are, the harder it even gets for you to try to practice like normal. And now I'm sealed again because it's not working again. And then I die to the fucking poison. And now you get poison. Oh yeah, it's not too long though, so it's not too bad. Right, so now we go, that's a regular push, but you're standing still. So now you're inverted. Now you walk into the webs. Now you're sealed. I think the seal wears off here. Yeah, seal wears off, so you can attack again. That's a stay pattern, but you jump because you're just... You start like, oh, he does something. I should be moving. No. He does something, so you look what he does, and then you move or not, right?
Well, in the beginning, it was...
yeah, it looked the same because it's like big or
stand
small.
Still, and when he's big, you jump around.
Yeah,
so.
big as in tall up in the sky, right?
Oh, yeah.
So I'm just frantically trying to cleanse. Oh, you're taking damage here already, but you're just standing, just tanking it all. And then you do move, but yeah, because of the delay, I can't really tell. I think you probably had the same thing that I'd had on the right side, where the first jump was a little bit too early and the second one was a little bit too late. So sometimes you do get hit in between. But remember, I sent you that little mini game that has a phase 3 test as well, right? Where you can try to
that part.
time to time your jumps, yeah. Okay, well, we'll practice some more another time.
Okay. Yeah.
Share your
Well,
screen. Wait, there you go.
very slowly, I think.
Yeah, we have to figure out what is the thing.
Understanding.
So we know that the particle effects is going to help a lot looking for that in phase 2. And then for phase 3, now you know what the stay and the move patterns look like. So now it's going to be a matter of just practicing that more in the next run.
Yeah. Okay.
Because, yeah, we have to, you have to get the hands-on experience to figure out what is the thing that we're missing and then work on that. But I think we worked on those things. Oh, familiars. Whoops, my familiars are almost dead.
Om het zo terug te zien.
Mm-hmm.
Dat is wel interessant, ja.
Yeah, and that's what we do for Black Mage all the time. We look back at it, like we record our runs and then look back and then see what we can do differently to dodge certain patterns. And because you can imagine for Black Mage, a lot of times you have no idea what actually really happened and how you could go back and do it better.
Ja. Oh, mooi. Heb je hem al een keer gekillt?
Black Mage? No, yeah, we've gotten really close to finishing up phase 3. Phase 3 is really, really difficult. It's like you're doing phase 2 Lucid and phase 2 Will and Dark Knell and Gloom and like Ferris Hill all in one kind of thing in phase 3. So that one is really tricky. 1 and 2 are very fast now and pretty good. 4 apparently isn't super difficult. It takes a little bit of getting used to, but isn't super difficult. And it's kind of like phase 3 Hard Will, where as long as you have like some lives in there, you know, some crazy things can go wrong, but then most of it you can have under control pretty quickly. It's just all phase 3 and getting to phase 3 with as many lives as possible. We haven't yet, no. We've gotten really close 2 times where it was like less than a centimeter HP left to get to the next one. No. Getting closer.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna make dinner.
Okay. Well, good luck.
Yeah. Thanks.
De-stress.
Thanks. Be-stress? What?
De-stress.
De-stress, yeah.
Yeah, relax, yeah. Because I had a really good run for Black Mage as well. Like 2 runs. Last run was really good, but the run before that I was doing okay, but I was like shaking. super stressed the whole run, trying to like but it was kind of, I noticed that it was because I was trying to dodge everything, but you can't dodge everything, so you have to look at what is the most dangerous and what can kill me, and then dodge those, and then the other things you just kind of have to let them go, and then it gives you more brain power to dodge all the important stuff, and then as long as you don't dodge that, you get into less danger, you don't get into dangerous situations nearly as much. So that's the safest way of getting through the boss fight, is learning to prioritize what can fuck me up and what cannot, and then dodging the appropriate things.
Yeah. Yeah, well, that is hetzelfde als in traffic.
Yeah.
Don't look at everything. Just look at the important stuff.
Or like you check every now and then you have like an estimation of how fast something is going.
Yeah.
And then based on that, like if you're looking and you see that you're going to get locked up behind a truck, you just already start blinking left, and then you just merge, and as long as you started blinking in time, it's their fault to move over or to slow down or to speed up. Yeah
right.
Fucking middelvakkerrijders. Yeah, okay, well
yeah.
Okay, good progress, I think, because we figured out some key points where it was going wrong, so we could focus on those next time and then make some more improvements. Hopefully get you the shoulder soon.
Yeah.
You can go full arcane set. Yeah, we probably need to, somewhere next week, make sure that we also look at your Bowmaster to see if we can come up with something of a plan, right, to make sure that one gets everything it needs.
When's 510?
Well, or you're just going to get 250 and just leave it there, but you said it was getting a little bit more fun, right?
Ja, wel. Ik had net zoiets van, dus hadden mij gezegd, nou 200 wordt leuk. Nou, ik was aan het wachten en het werd helemaal niet leuk. En ik denk van, tot leuk. En dan is die 245 en ineens is die, ik weet niet waarom. Maar ineens...
Maybe different maps or something?
Ja, Wel, tot 2,45 ben je alleen maar op knoppen aan het duwen om te buffen en skills en weet ik wat. En te
Mhm.
zorgen dat je pijlen kunt schieten en nou ja,
Yeah,
gewoon.
auto buff is
Je kunt helemaal
takes a
niet
lot of
bezig
pressure
zijn
off.
met killen. Je kunt alleen maar bezig zijn met, oh ja, nou nog een knop. Oh, die knop ook. Oh, en dat is ook afgelopen. God, tot toe. We zijn er was allemaal. En wel, wat er dus ook een verschil was, is dat toen ik 2,45 werd, had ik ineens ontdekt dat ik de pets skills kon geven.
Mhm.
Dat scheelde al een aantal knoppen de hele tijd in die.
Yeah, and then you can focus on killing more rather
En
than just
dan op een
rebuffing.
of andere manier werd de skill dat je gratis pijlen, zoveel als je wil, kunt gebruiken.
Mhm.
Die ging ineens langer duren of zo. Oh, dat kan ook met die event nou.
There's a bit more buff duration on the event, yeah.
Ik
If you
heb
have that
buff
one.
duration gemaxt, ja.
Mhm. Yeah, that can help.
Dus daar is dat waarschijnlijk. Nou, dat scheelt een hele hoop. Ik vlieg en dan krijg ik die sherbet. Dus ik hoef niet meer te looten.
Mhm.
Dat doet de beest wel. Dus ik
Yeah, sure,
vlieg
really,
gewoon
yeah.
door die map en ik die ineens 30 procent per totem.
Mhm.
Nou, ja.
I'm
Dan
doing
gaat het
on
wel.
my Adele right now. I'm doing double that.
En waar zit je? En waar lig
In
je
Arcana,
precies?
yeah. In 240 level 242.
En je doet 60 per uur?
Yeah, some.
Per 2 uur?
Yeah,
Sorry.
per 2, yeah. Kill about almost 22,000 monsters an hour on the BA. Yeah, but yeah, this is the power of
En
like hitting while you're moving kind of thing. Bowmaster can't do that very well. Bowmaster has to rely on the summons a bit more and has to rely on the arrow blaster
ja,
being
wel.
stronger. Once the arrow blaster takes off, then Bowmaster rates get pretty good too. But until then, which is very late because it's really really weak by itself. You
Ja.
have to have it like max boosted and everything. Okay, I have to
Ja,
go to the
nou,
bathroom.
ik heb nou een zekere ritme en nou
Mhm.
ja, dat vind ik al een hele verbetering ten
Yeah, for sure.
opzichte
Yeah.
van een week geleden. Dus,
Yeah.
en dus dan ga je twijfelen van, laat ik hem bij 2,5? Nou,
Mhm.
dus dat moet nog zien nu. Ik wil hem in ieder geval 2,50 hebben.
Okay. Well, we'll look at the Bowmaster. But
Yeah.
yeah, again, we're gonna do the thing where we look at the Bowmaster like 4 days before the event, and then you're probably not gonna have the items that to rely on during the event, right?
Nou, ik heb Onyx een aantal keer gedaan. Oké, ja,
Mhm.
dan
Yeah, we'll
niet
see.
zelf. Natuurlijk, maar goed, commercie beter gedaan
Mhm.
enzovoort. Dus,
And CRA for backups.
en CRA, nee. Met de Bowmaster bossen, ja, nou ja, dat is dus mijn
Yeah, we'll.
grote probleem. Want
Ja.
dat is nou, het lijkt me typisch in klas om niet mee te bossen. Bowmaster. Ik weet niet.
I mean, you're at the point where if you throw all of your fifth job boss skills together and you bind the boss like CRA, it should just blow up, right? If you're close to 250, like.
Ja, maar
Shouldn't stand a chance.
met de Pathfinder, ja, maar met de Bowmaster weet ik eigenlijk niet.
Hm.
Dat,
Okay. Well, we'll check sometime soon.
ja, ik heb die nog niet geprobeerd in ieder geval.
Okay.
Oké. Ja,
Well,
was er
Enjoy
eten
dinner.
en
Yes.
tot straks.
Okay.
Ja.
Yes.
Oké.
Bye
doei,
bye.
doei.
Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Slow and steady on will. We'll get her clearing will soon, chat. Bum, 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 bum. Yeah, sorry, because I have to go to the bathroom. Boom, boom.